I thought you were going to be on the Chargers, to be honest.
I thought about it, but the Chargers are down both tackles. They're down two of their top running backs. I don't know if what is Judkins, not Judkins, the wide receiver.
Quentin Johnson. I think he's
is he playing?
He's questionable.
Yeah, so I mean, down their number 2 wide receiver or 3. I don't know if you want to which one you classify him as. So I mean, they're just so many pieces missing on the offensive side, and I think this Colts team they look probably one of the most complete teams in the NFL right now.
This is All About the Balls podcast with Mark Davis, Chris Meinhardt, Luke Rule, Jake Winnikine, and Nick the Doc Skirkowitz. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this beautiful show, this beautiful Week 7 preview of the NFL season. I'm Mark Davis, joined alongside Luke Rule and Chris Meinhardt. This is All About the Balls podcast. And Luke, I'll start with you, man. It's been a while since we've been in here together, especially the three of us. And UCF, they play West Virginia. Mountain home, take me home. Maybe y'all win that one. Yeah, take me home. And the Ravens on a bye week. So, Luke, a little stress for one of your teams. How are you feeling this weekend about some football?
I'm not stressed from either team really. I knew what I was getting with UCF this year, and for us to have 3 wins already, that's supposed to be your season-ending average. So we've met expectations for the season. It's tough now that all 3 of our quarterbacks are mildly injured, so we've been rotating them every single game and mainly every single quarter because they keep getting fucking hurt. So so we're on a 3 QB rotation right now. Not sure who's going to play. We're going to play the healthy hand this week again.
Just play them all.
But yeah, tough start for the Ravens. We got a bye week to get it turned around, get healthy, and go on a run and try to make it.
We'll see. You guys are 1-5. You guys desperately need to probably go on a run. You probably could afford to maybe lose 1 or 2 at the most.
Yeah, so I think maybe two losses is all we can afford to take left. But looking at the schedule looks pretty easy, at least for this next little stretch coming up until we get up until like December-ish time frame.
We'll see. You guys come out playing against the Bears when you guys come back. Chris, speaking of the Bears, they play your New Orleans. They play your New Orleans Saints this week in Chicago. Also, LSU going to Nashville. Maybe Luke goes to that game out in Vandy. First time since 1948. Vanderbilt has been favored against LSU. Now that year they did blow out LSU. That was also fucking 70, 80 years ago almost. So, Chris, how excited are you for the LSU and the New Orleans Saints this week?
Yeah, it's going to be an early morning Saturday, 11 o'clock kickoff. So, gonna be up and early, but a little nervous. LSU blew their one gimme game, so now it's got to win these games to make the playoffs. So
I think you take one more conference loss and still have a shot.
I don't think so.
Three ain't happening.
Well, I think even with just 2 losses, you get in the playoffs. But I don't think you would get I don't think we get in the SEC championship. You probably just get to the playoffs at birth. At large birth, if you guys somehow are around the rankings.
Yeah, we depends on what happens with the rest of the top of the SEC right now. Yeah, we have quite a few undefeated teams.
Tough 3 stretch game right here. We got
Georgia and Ole Miss,
Vandy, A&M, and fucking Alabama. So,
I'm rooting for you, Chris. I'd like to see out of your team's sake. I like to see you guys out of most of the SEC teams. Honestly, let's get LSU back in there, but. Texas plays Kentucky this week at Kentucky. Like you said, Chris, must-win game for LSU, must-win game for Texas. We have to run the table. We have to win out. There's no way around it. We have to literally go 10-2 to make the SEC championship. Now, start off with a good note against Oklahoma. We buried the hell out of them, and then we showed them that, hey, they're still Oklahoma in the SEC. They're not that good. They're overrated, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. It's a biased opinion. But Atlanta Falcons at the 49ers this week. It's a Sunday night game. Michael Penix 2-0, so I'm excited for that. Excited for the Falcons to go 4-2 before I go see them in Atlanta against the Miami Dolphins. So, boys, I'm excited for this weekend of football. For the first time in a long time, I'm excited for both teams. I'm excited to see what I can get from both Atlanta and Texas. I'm living high at the moment. Now, that normally means it will crash and it will fall, but for the time being, I'm excited. I'm excited to be a fan of these 2 teams.
Yeah, that's just how football goes.
It really is.
You think you're going for an easy week, you just get fucking disappointed.
Well, I'll say Kentucky, I'm not as worried about. The 49ers hurt or healthy. We're going to talk about them, obviously, in the preview. But, it's still in San Francisco. It's still a night game. It's still tough. They're going to get George Kittle back, most likely. So, yeah, it's a tough place to play. But I like what I'm seeing. And in a year of unknown and uncertainty, I don't think there's a true number one team in the NFL. Maybe this is Atlanta's year to make some noise. Not saying Super Bowl or anything, but maybe it's a year to make some noise and maybe give us a chance. We haven't really been relevant since 2017. So maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for us to get back into the playoffs and do some damage. Well, let's move on to the preview episode where we cover all 15 games this week. There are 2 bye-week teams, the Buffalo Bills, the Baltimore Ravens. But before we jump into it, you see it on the screen if you're on YouTube. If you're on Spotify and Apple, get to YouTube. Week 6 records. I was 11-4. Doc and Jake 10-5. Chris and Luke at 9-6 and towards the bottom. Bay still a winning record against the spread. Me and Luke, we were up top. We were 8-7. Doc and Jake 7-8. Chris, tough week for you with the old spread 5-10. So with that though, I needed that because now I'm tied with you for the year. You see it right here, 38-55. Me and you, Chris. Luke 40-53. Jake 41-52. Doc leading the way in both money line and this against spread 43-50. And then Doc's kicking ass. I'm 5 behind him in the money line. Jake's 7 back. Chris, you're trying. You're 10 back. You're creeping up. And Luke, you went back to last place. Somewhere you've not been in a long time. So you're 12 back of Doc.
Yep, I think I'm not winning that one.
You never know. You might go on a heater. But let's start us off. Thursday night football, a battle of the 2 oldest quarterbacks in the NFL starting today. Joe Flacco hosting Aaron Rodgers. That's right, the Bengals, the Steelers. Steelers 5.5-point favorites, guys. Kick us up with some storylines here.
Yeah, the Unk Bowl. The
Unk Bowl.
The Bengals are trying to get over Joe's injury with another Joe. Flacco looked like he showed some stability in the pocket with the Bengals' terrible O-line. Getting Chase involved with the game. Higgins had a little bit of action, but the biggest thing I think Bengals defense ranked 30th against the pass. I think Rodgers is going to ball out with Metcalf and Washington. The pass catchers are going to have a field game.
Yeah, it looks like the Steelers' defense is back too. I think they've been pretty hot at the last few weeks they've been playing. So it's good to see the Steelers' defense. I know not for you, Luke, but as a fan of the NFL, the Steelers' defense is back, and that's scary. And I feel bad for old man Joe out there. He looked good, Chris. Second half, he was starting to turn around against the Packers. But I don't know against the Steelers' defense if he's going to have that much time like he did last week against the Packers second half.
Yeah, I think that was Joe on what, 4 days he came in and started. So,
it was right away.
Pretty good. So I saw they took a zoomed in on his wristband. And he actually had the playbook on his wrist as Zach Taylor was calling the game. But I think Flacco will be a little more prepared this game. He's ran the full game, the full offense. So, but that's Bengals defense is not going to be able to stop Aaron Rodgers from just lighting them up, and the Bengals won't be able to score enough to keep up.
Yeah, I just think the Steelers, like we said, they're creeping their ways back up there. They're not like the top ranked when it comes to yards or anything like that. But when it comes to scoring defense, they're towards the top. And we know that T.J. Watt can get to the passer. The rest of the guys are playing. I just don't know if Jamar Chase and Higgins is enough to will this team with Joe Flacco. Like Chris said, this run game's terrible. And the Steelers, I know last week wasn't the best run game, but their run game has been good. Aaron Rodgers has been slinging it as of late too with DK Metcalf. I have the Steelers covering this. It's actually tough because I think it's a 1-score game, but I think it's going to be a little higher than 5.5. I'm thinking like 7 or 8 points, but Joe Flacco gives them a chance, I think. I think it comes down to the last drive, and I think the Steelers defense just holds up tight when it matters.
Yeah, no trust in the Bengals defense. They show flashes here and there, but it just –
and possibly no Hendrickson either.
Yeah, if he's not playing, it's definitely a big issue. For that's the only good player they have on defense.
Yeah, it is. It's their main stable. That's
Aaron Rodgers would be just hanging out in the pocket if Hendrickson isn't playing.
Yeah, I just don't trust the Bengals here. I don't know if the Bengals win another game. I don't like this team, man. There's nothing about it besides the receivers that really do anything for me.
Yeah, and if not in the hunt, then Burrow's not going to come back either. He'll just sit.
I don't blame him.
No, he's not coming back.
Yeah, he'd only make it back for like the last week or two, and if they're not in the hunt, then there's no point.
And if they're in the hunt and Joe Flacco goes on a run, I mean, I understand like he's your starting quarterback, but why would Joe Burrow want to come in and potentially ruin that?
Yeah, especially if he's not fully ready.
Yeah, so I don't know. This game, though, I think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to be excited to watch it, but I just think Steelers end up pulling it off on top and cover. And we're all on the Steelers, which means they probably won't cover. Let's go across the pond out there to London as the Los Angeles Rams coming off an ugly win against the Baltimore Ravens, facing the London Jaguars, also known as the Jacksonville Jaguars. Guys, no Puka Nacua most likely, and the Rams are still 3.5-point favorites. Did Vegas spread get it right here?
I mean, I agree with it. I think this can be like a little reset game for the Rams. The Rams stayed in Baltimore all last week. They have practice at Camden Yards. So they all stayed together as a team. So they weren't going home back to their families or anything this week. So now they're spending another week together out in London. So I think this team's be correct the issues from last week. I don't know if it was the Ravens defense figured something out or it's just the Rams offense is off flying to Baltimore for an early kickoff. So we'll see what they can do. But I just don't trust this Jags offense. It's like offense would be good, then the next week, that same week, the defense would be bad. So I don't think the Jags put it together.
Yeah, and Chris, I think this is a Devontae Adams and Kyron Williams kind of game. Like Kyron Williams, I know he's 10th in rushing when it comes to yards, but it's kind of like a weird, like he is averaging 4.4 yards a carry, but I don't feel like he's getting enough carries at all. That's the problem. And the Jaguars defense is good, but I think Devontae Adams has to break out. Like he has to ball out with no Puka Nacua here. Stafford had a pretty bad game, I thought, last week too against the Ravens. And like I said, the Jags defense is pretty good. I think this is an Adams and Kyron Williams kind of game. I think that they carry the team on their backs. This defense is good for the Rams. So which sunshine we're going to get? The Jaguars offense is too much of a roller coaster. They're either up, they're down. They're up, they're down, and you just don't know which Jags you're going to get on a week-to-week basis with this offense.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams defense is pretty elite, third in the NFL, I believe, and then in points allowed. And the Jags offense is ranked 17. So, I mean, like y'all already hit on, the Jags are up and down. But the reason I threw them on there is because they're playing over the pond. And the Jags usually play well over the pond. So
if they don't win, it's normally pretty close. It really is.
Yeah, I think just the way Stafford looked after Puka went down early, it wasn't good.
I don't think Stafford looked good even when Puka was playing. I mean, I don't know, man. And this I alluded to it. Like, there's no true team. I thought the Rams was a Super Bowl winning team this year. I thought they were going to win the Super Bowl this year, and I can't confidently go in here and say that they are. And I would not be shocked, like you said, Chris, if the Jaguars pull this off. This is their second home, and they get that kind of like that. You know, maybe they drink the tea over there, and they got strength. And maybe this is a Trevor Lawrence 300-yard game and 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. I wouldn't be surprised. I can't pick against the Rams quite yet. I can't give up on them yet.
I mean, it's going to be a shootout because I mean the Rams are gonna throw the ball. I mean the Jags secondary right now is giving third most passing yards. So I mean the secondary's cooked. Even with Travis Hunter on the field. I don't know why he's over there like limping, tired. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I mean, your second receiver shouldn't be probably playing on defense. And I mean, like I said, it's an experiment. We're going to see how it works for him. I just don't think it's a good idea. They kind of need him on offense. And they got to stop checking it down to him, too. Like, this short shit, give him a chance. Like, let him go out there and make some plays with Brian Thomas. And Brian Thomas has got to stop dropping passes. It's getting annoying watching him do it.
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with him this year.
He's got to be leading the league in drops.
He's up there, yeah, for sure.
He just looks scared. He looks like he's playing scared.
I think the Jags are losing games because of it. Because Trevor Lawrence hasn't looked terrible this year. I mean, he's better than most years, but can't help the receivers drop perfect passes.
Yeah, I would say he still had his share of like bonehead throws, but like you said, a lot of drops, not just from Brian Thomas, just in general from the receivers. So imagine if those drops were caught and, you know, maybe that does not tip to the other team, the numbers would be a little better and maybe they win. I mean, I know they're 4-2. They're not like dead out of the water. I mean, maybe 4-2 could be 5-1. I mean, you never know. But I have the Rams winning and covering. So does Doc, and I guess So you, Luke. I thought you were on the Jags with Chris. Never mind, it was Jake that's on the Jags.
Nope.
And Jake right here.
Yeah, I think Jake's just rooting against the Rams. That's what I think it's what it is. But let's move on to the return of Rashee Rice. The Kansas City Chiefs have their number one wide receiver back. Rashee Rice is back against the Las Vegas Raiders. The question is, what kind of snap count will he have? It won't be an injury problem. If it is, it's going to be an endurance thing. How much do they put on his plate? Guys, the Chiefs are 12.5 points. What are we thinking here?
I just think 12.5 is a little too much. The Raiders always play him tough. I know Geno sucks, but Max Crosby's going to get his. So, I mean, Max Crosby loves playing against Mahomes. So, I think this defense will do decent against them, but keep it within 12 points. But, yeah, I don't think Rice is going to be on too much of a pitch count. I think they'll have him out there pretty much full time. Even if they don't use him the whole time, at least as a decoy. Because the Chiefs have to throw the ball. They can't run it at all. Like, they just can't get the run game going. And plus, Chiefs aren't going to get any penalties called on them either. So that's how it goes. The New York will call in penalties for them.
They ran the ball pretty well. Pacheco was averaging 4.3 yards last week against the Lions. I don't like the Raiders. No Brock Bowers, most likely. I mean, it's just the Genty show with Jacoby Myers out there. I like you said Geno sucks. I mean, I think it shows me enough I have to see. The Chiefs defense is pretty good. And I just believe Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, and hey, don't look now, but Travis Kelce is having a year. I mean, he's having a pretty good season. I mean, I know it's not the typical Travis Kelce style year, but 28 for 321, 2 touchdowns. I'd take that through 6 games from him if he was my tight end. So I think the Chiefs come in here, Chris. They handle business. They smack down the Raiders, and they remind the Broncos, and they remind the Chargers. The AFC West is theirs. And I think, honestly, they do go on a run. And I think the AFC West, they will be the champions. I think right now, through 6 weeks, I'm not sold on the Chargers, not sold on the Broncos. Chiefs are winning this division.
Yeah, I mean, I think this game is going to be close in the beginning. I mean, Vegas's defense kind of sneaky good, 11th overall in the NFL, but their offense is only averaging 17 points per game. So, I mean, like Luke said, Geno is absolutely terrible. There's nothing good on that offense except for Ash and Genty. But KC's offense is balling right now. I think like 26 points a game. But like you mentioned, Mark, sneaky good defense as well. I think top 15 unit for them, which they usually have like that high-end, middle-of-the-pack defense. So I think it's going to be close in the beginning, but I think the Chiefs run away with it late in the game.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, I know some of us want the Chiefs to kind of come back down to not being relevant anymore. I just it's like Tom Brady was with the Patriots and Peyton Manning was with the Colts and Broncos. They're never out. I mean, they can start off slow and that's all fine, but if you're not winning your games like the Chargers and Broncos kind of didn't do, you're giving the Chiefs too much life. And I just think this is the run right here. You get your best receiver back. And I still think Rashee Rice is one of the better receivers in the league. We just haven't seen a big sample size because he got hurt last year and it was his rookie season, didn't do much all the way. But sorry for the rest of the AFC. Chiefs might be back. Luke hates that. I know that.
Yeah. Well, they get to play the Bills in, I think, a couple weeks. So that'd be a fun game to watch.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs win until they play the Bills, and then they could lose that game and still be 4 or 5 losses and be fine going on the road. They don't matter. They don't care about the regular season as much. You can tell.
Oh, I think they're going to get it figured out.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs are good, and I don't think a lot of people hate them because they're good. I think they hate them because the commentators suck off Mahomes almost every play. I know we made fun of it the other night.
Yeah.
And then, like, just some of these fucking penalties that go their way or calls that go their way is ridiculous.
Definitely some questionable ones.
The taunting one of Mahomes.
That Travis Kelce catch was very questionable.
Should have been looked at.
What I saw, I mean, like I said, I was kind of busy Sunday night, so I was kind of in and out. But I know it hit the ground. I didn't see it move. Now, Riz told me his hand, he lost
his hands weren't fully on it. Yeah.
Okay, so that's okay.
Well, his hands were on top of the ball. So it's like, do you really have control when like your hands are on top of the little ball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably would have stood anyways, but
yeah, I mean, it's the same as like what was the questionable call for the Falcons Bills game? Was it Cook? Or was it
Oh
on the
yeah,
tight end?
I forgot which player, but yeah, I thought that was a catch. I mean, I know me and Luke were talking about it in Discord.
If Travis Kelce's catch was a catch, then that was definitely a catch.
I don't think the ball in the Bills Falcons game actually even hit the ground. I thought he
Yeah,
kind of like Julian
catch,
Edelman.
I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of like a Julian Edelman where it was just like by a centimeter, and he literally. I was thinking it was gonna be overturned, but hey, I guess they saw something that maybe the fucking laces touch. I don't know. I didn't see it, but I didn't see anything hit. But yeah, Mahomes got away with a taunting penalty, and then another game you see the guy do something even less than Mahomes, talking shit, and he got a penalty. Yeah, I get it. There are questionable calls here and there, but I don't think that's also why they beat the Lions. I think the Lions just kind of didn't come out after those 2 drives. The Lions just look soft.
No, I mean when you have a comeback
penalty the penalty on the golf receiving touchdown, that's also bullshit.
That was
well, if you come from
it could have been a penalty, but they didn't call it on the field. It's not a reviewable play.
Well, it wasn't. So I mean, I watched.
They talked about it.
I watched like a nice little 3-minute TikTok about this, and like Goff did exactly what he's supposed to do. He went under center, he stayed there for like 2 or 3 seconds, and then he went into motion, which is what the rule says that you're supposed to do, and that's what he did.
Yeah, but isn't the rule if you come from center, you're supposed to actually get set? You can't be in motion when the ball's hiked.
Well, no, so the set is like before the ball's hiked. So he went under center, he got set for like the 3 seconds, and then went into motion.
Yeah, and then they said that you have to be once you establish up as a quarterback under center, you have to set as a receiver. You can't be moving. I think that's what I thought I heard when they were talking about it.
They never really fully explained it too well on TV either.
Because I think it was bullshit.
But either way, that should not have came from New York. It should have been a call in the field.
But did it come from New York? Were they discussing?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, Dan Campbell said it this week that it came from New York.
Okay.
Because they get to call in and ask about certain penalties.
Okay.
But they
because I know like refs are allowed to discuss like if they should throw a flag or pick up a flag. So I didn't know if it was the NFL from New York that did it.
MCDC said it was, so I'm going to agree with him.
Yeah, he's a good man.
He was trying not to go off on this podcast or this interview he was in, and he's like didn't comment anything else on it.
Yeah, so he probably maybe they were. So, but anyways, Chiefs win this game. They cover. To me, Luke and Doc, you guys are on the Raiders against the spread. Too big of a spread.
Divisional game. They keep it a little bit closer than that.
Divisional game. Guys, something I thought I'd never see is all of us choosing the Panthers as a favorite against the New York Jets. But hey, the Charlotte Cats right here from the Queen City, the Panthers, have a chance to go to 4-3 against New York Jets, guys. What do we think?
Yeah, Panthers are playing good ball right now. I like what I've seen from them. Bryce Young's doing what he has to do, managing games. Defense is playing well. And the Jets are just absolutely terrible. And so I think the 1.5 point spread is kind of disrespectful for the Panthers in this game, actually.
You're also forgetting one guy, Luke. His name's Rico Dowdle. He's carrying the Carolina Panthers the last 2 weeks.
I think what's his face? Hubbard's coming back this week, maybe though.
It might be hard not to play Rico. Rico's playing good football right now.
I know. They got some coaching decisions to have to make now. I think Hubbard's back this week.
They might have to go to a true split, Chris. They might have to go to 50-50. It might have to be Rico time. I know Hubbard was good last year, but I don't know how you don't go with the hot hand here out of old Rico Dowdle, the former Cowboy.
Back-to-back 200-yard games.
Oh, man's balling.
Yeah, Panthers on a little winning streak right now.
Yeah, and back-to-back 200 scrimmage yards. He only had 183, but still 30 for 183, 6.1 yards to carry. I mean, that's more than half first down every single time touching the ball. I mean, and Bryce Young's playing good football. I like Dave Canales as head coach too. I think he's putting the Panthers in a good position to win the games that they're playing. And the Cowboys, hey, they're hit or miss, so we don't think the Cowboys are too terrible. Now, I mean, they did beat up on the Miami Dolphins. I mean, they beat the Miami Dolphins, who are 1-5. But hey, they're winning the game supposed to. And maybe the Carolina Panthers, in a year of uncertainty, maybe they make a chase for the playoff spot too. Jets are going to be Jets suck, so I have nothing good to say about them. No Garrett Wilson too, so that really hurts. Now my fantasy pick looks bad because he's hurt.
Told you it wasn't good.
It wasn't because of the quarterback, because he was getting thrown the ball besides this last game anyways. It just sucks he got hurt.
No, the Jets just look terrible right now, and like we talked about it right there before halftime. Like the coaching looks bad. We don't know what the fuck they're doing. Wilson looks terrible. The chemistry just looks for the whole team just that nobody wants to be there. Garrett
In the
Wilson, it looks like he's faking injuries. Not saying he's faking injuries, but it just looks like he doesn't want to be on the field.
Wouldn't blame him either, to be honest with you. The end of that first half was terrible. Like, I mean, the fact that you don't just throw a Hail Mary. Like, why? Why not just throw a Hail Mary? Yeah, you didn't even try. Like, I don't get it. It's just bad. I mean, the defense wasn't too terrible against the Broncos, but this offense is god-awful, and Breece Hall's probably gone after this year. He might be gone at trade deadline. Who knows?
Yeah, I've been seeing him rumored to the Chargers, so.
That'd be good for fantasy if you have him. But, yeah, Carolina Panthers, I believe, get to 4-3 on the season, above 500. I had them at 5 or 6 wins to start before the season. This Carolina Panthers team is playing good football. Bryce Young, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions passing the last 2 weeks. That's pretty good if you ask me.
Oh, Tet's balling too.
I told Chris has been a witness. I like Tet. Just unfortunate he's in our division.
Yeah, he's good.
He is good.
Oh, man. But speaking of good, this might be a good game. This will be on my multi-view here. The New Orleans Saints, the Chicago Bears, because of many reasons. Chris is a Saints fan. Doc's a Bears fan. You're going to hear a lot of chirping in the Discord this Sunday. Good thing there's no pumpkin patch this weekend for me. But Bears are 4.5-point favorites. Guys, what are we thinking here?
I mean, I think the Bears are going to win this game, but, I had to pick the Saints because I'm a homebody. The Saints defense looks poor. I don't know what the fuck's happening in the secondary. Kool-Aid he's up and down. 2 picks the week before, and then this week get fucking cooked by Drake May. Saints 1-8 on the road in the past 9 games, so I mean that's hard to ignore also. Saints offense showing flashes. I like what I'm seeing from Spencer. So fuck Chris Olave. He can go have a concussion somewhere.
Jesus, he's your leading receiver.
He might be getting traded too.
I hope he does get traded.
The Giants have been looking at him apparently, and Jalen Waddle.
No, I was talking to somebody offline, and I said I hope we trade Chris Olave. I don't think he's a true one after everything that's happened.
I've been seeing him or Snead.
You know what's crazy is he's actually – I know he's played one more game than Odunze, but, he's got 17 more catches, and, yeah, he's only got, like, a few more yards. But still, hey, Spencer Rattler, he might be the quarterback. I mean, he hasn't looked terrible. He has not been bad this year. He only 6 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. He's averaging a touchdown a game. Okay, maybe that could be better. Maybe 2 would be nice. But still, 6-to-1 ratio, 139 203, 12-17 passing yards. It's pretty good ball if you ask me. Maybe you don't need a QB next year. Maybe Rattler's the guy you build around.
No, I think Rattler is the guy. I think he just needs more help. That's it.
And more time to develop. It's his first full year starting. Full year.
Yeah, no, I mean, Drew Brees was on, I think, ESPN, and he was talking about it. He said that the NFL's failing these young guys and that they need, I think he said 53 games under their belt before you start seeing.
It's like 50 plus, big games, either college and NFL. So some of these guys only playing a couple games in college. They need 3 years.
Don't tell Jake that.
Yeah, and I mean, it was funny because Drew Brees said that, and I think last week was Rattler's 54th game. And we're truly seeing what Rattler looks completely different than what we saw last year.
I mean,
he doesn't have anybody around him except Kamara. I mean, like you said, Olave is not a true number 1 anymore, like he was projected to be.
Even AK slowly getting his reps taken away. And you know what?
Miller's coming up.
And you know what? I fucking hope Kendre Miller has a 200-plus rushing yard and 3 touchdowns this game to just
me too.
Say fuck off, Dennis Allen.
Me too. Because he is on my dynasty. He's on my taxi squad. So I've been hanging on to him. Because
Dennis Allen put him on IR because he got mad at him. So
he's a child. Not Miller, but
yeah, I think the Bears' offense is they're getting it figured out. Caleb Williams finally learning the playbook. Besides the first drive, I think the defense plays well. I think it's a somewhat close game because the Saints are a frisky team, and I don't trust the Bears too much, but I think they still can get it done. I think last week the Bears and fucking Commanders are both trying to lose.
The Bears shouldn't even be 3-2. The Commanders should have won that game.
No, I mean you can make that
case.
Bears
were the better team that game. They fucked themselves a lot.
Jaden just got a little.
Oh yeah, he should have fumbled it.
Yeah, he should have fumbled that. But like Luke said, though, the Ben Johnson effect, I think, is starting to show. I mean, Caleb is looking a lot better. I hate to say it, because it gets Doc's head a little high, but Caleb Williams has looked better, and that in this 3-game winning streak, he is playing better football. He is actually developing, and that's what you want to see from a second-year quarterback. That's what you want to see from a coach and a quarterback in their first year together. You can't label these guys bust yet, but if Caleb keeps playing like this, the Bears might fuck around and find themselves in the playoffs, because this is a pretty good offense. The rush defense found it going last week or this past Monday night against Merritt. Now, Daniels did rush the ball pretty well, but against the running back itself, they actually contained him. So what does that mean for Alvin Kamara? What does that mean for the rushing game, like you said with Miller? We'll see. But I think with AK, you get him involved in the pass game, you back those guys off, and then you can run the ball down their throats, because the Bears have had a tendency this year of letting the run go through. And maybe Alvin Kamara goes for a breakout game. Maybe Miller goes for a breakout game. But the battle of the Oklahoma quarterbacks, Caleb replaced Radler. Radler left. Caleb left as well. And here they are head-to-head. And I'm just going to go with Caleb. I think they win. I think close game. I'm thinking like 6 points. Respect to the Saints. They are frisky, like you said, Luke. They've been pretty good. One bad game against the Seahawks. But, hey, they're playing pretty good. As a competitive, at least.
Discord will be spicy if we win.
Ooh, I can't wait. I can't. I have nothing to talk about till 8:30 that night, 8:20, whatever. But Luke hasn't to talk about it either. He's got no game this week. So
no game this week. So I don't have to watch my team lose.
We're in the chat. Me and Luke. I will see Luke's name pop up, like as in he's active, but we're not talking. We're just going to be sitting there watching.
It almost got spicy this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I was quiet. Like I said, I was out and about, so I was glad that no one got to talk trash Monday night. I mean, also it helps that we were winning most of the games. So. But yeah, I was very quiet this past weekend, but not this weekend. I think
we'll see.
I think I'm going to be.
Might go see that team play on Sunday.
Moving on to a battle of 2 1-5 teams. The Miami Dolphins, led by Tua, versus another lefty led by Dylan Gabriel, the Cleveland Browns. The Browns in the dog pound are 2.5-point favorites, boys. What do we think here?
Yeah, I'm going to ride with the defense here. Two shitty offenses going against each other. I take the better defense.
Yeah, Browns defense top 10 right now in the NFL. I think they're going to exploit the Dolphins O-line, which is probably one of the worst O-lines in the NFL right now. Myles Garrett's going to have his time of his life. Tua might come away with a concussion.
Man,
it's going to be rough. I think that's going to be Dylan Gabriel's game. He doesn't look terrible. He looks like a quarterback that would just be starting. So
I think
they ain't got no receivers either. Jerry Judy's not the guy.
No, he's washed. He drops every other pass.
Yeah,
he'll have one big catch and then drop.
Who else do they have? Like, they have no fucking receivers.
They got
tight ends. They got two good tight ends.
Yeah,
and a good running back.
Which shout out to Chris.
Receivers.
Shout out to Chris. He was actually high on Fannin before the draft. He was actually a fan of him.
It's just like, if Kevin Stefanski doesn't fucking run the ball, you have your rookie quarterback throwing 50-plus passes, and you have maybe – I'm not going to say
52 last week.
Yeah, I'm not going to say Junkins is the top running back right now, but he's good. High up. He's high up there, and you're not going to run the fucking ball.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Junkins is averaging 4.6 yards per carry. And, he does have 2 touchdowns. He's got some big plays. Guys, I unlike Rex Ryan, I'm not going to hold back. Nerd Boy has a must-win game. This is the game you better fucking win. I'm on him all the time. But if you can't beat the Cleveland Browns, I don't give a shit if it's in Cleveland. I don't give a shit if it's in Miami. I don't give a shit if it's in fucking Australia. You got to win this game. You have to beat the Cleveland Browns. And for the love of God, please beat them, because I don't need them to wake up against the Atlanta Falcons as a good team they're playing. Wake up against a bad team so that they're riding high and they can lose to us next week. But Nerd Boy and Tua and this GM, they better figure it out. Now, Tua's already been backtracking after McDaniel said he was wrong about what he said about the whole. It was actually not a players meeting. It was a fucking goddamn team meeting for a film session, whatever it was. This Dolphins team's got to wake up. Jalen Waddle's been in a trade name. A-Chain's been a trade name. Bradley Chubb. They're all traded options, apparently. The Dolphins got to wake up here. And I think that they do enough. I trust their offense more than I trust the Browns' offense. And I know the defense for the Miami Dolphins are not that good this year, and the Browns are. I'm going to go with the team I think has the most talent, and that's Miami Dolphins. Just plain and simple.
Offensively, yeah.
Offensively, yes, and I think that we can see this. I mean, I just this game sucks. It's really terrible. It's a terrible game.
No, I mean it's not. It's
don't think this one makes the most of you.
It's 2 1-5 teams.
But the thing is, I think, yeah.
Unfortunately, it will be on my multi-view, but
won't be on mine.
Has to be on yours.
Has to be on mine, but
yeah.
Yeah,
you have no choice there. But hey, tell Daddy A and tell Paige I said good luck. I mean, I'm rooting for the Browns. I would love to see McDaniel get fired. I am rooting for the Browns. I just think that they don't get it done, and I think they're going to fire Stefanski this year at some point, maybe after the season. And I don't think he deserves to be fired. I think the GM truly is screwing him over. I think it's truly the GM and upper management.
Terrible.
Yes, very terrible. I mean, you had a chance. I know 20/20 hindsight, but you had a chance to keep Baker and look at him. He's an MVP probably favorite right now at this point in the year. And I get it. Deshaun Watson was great when you traded for him, but it did not work out. And Baker's slinging it in Tampa, and you have no QB. Yeah. We'll see if Gabriel's going to be the guy, but he's not Baker.
I hope he's
Moves
the
like
guy.
that gets you fired.
Yeah, get you fired.
Hey, Stefanski will go get it. If he gets fired, he'll go find a job real easy.
He'll get an OC job, and then that might open the door for him later. I mean,
he might get another head coach job.
He
Titans
could.
Take him.
Titans have a lot of. They're probably. I mean, they're waiting obviously in the season, but Stefanski could go there. I mean, that'd be good for Cam Ward. I think you got a quarterback in place, and you just let him develop Cam Ward.
What quarterback has Stefanski developed?
Well, he was actually pretty good with Kirk Cousins when he was there. He actually, I think, was part of the Case Keenum NFC year when they went to the NFC Championship. When Case, which unfortunately, Chris, I know is against your team, but that 24-23 miracle, and he was with Baker. So I mean,
he won a playoff game.
Yeah, he won a playoff game with Baker, and then they shipped the Baker off. So, kind of like Mike Vrabel in Tennessee, they don't do the head coach any favors.
Yeah.
But speaking of his former team, the Minnesota Vikings hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. No determination yet if it's JJ or Carson Wentz, but guys, the Eagles are only 1.5 point favorites in Minnesota.
I think the spread is pretty fair on this one. There's a kind of a toss-up game for me, but I think the Eagles offense gets it together this week. I think Eagles lose one game and like Philadelphia starts burning down.
They lost two in a row.
Yeah. I think I think he with the head coach is coaching for his job right now or his life, just to keep the Eagles fans off of him.
It's odd. This was not a confident pick, and I think it's still very hard. I mean, Vikings defense is playing really good right now. I think they're 5th in the NFL. They're only allowing like 150 passing yards. Jalen Hurts looks absolutely terrible as a passing quarterback. There's a lot of drama going on in the locker room, like every other year with the Eagles that we always talk about. I mean, the biggest concern, though, is like last week. I mean, they only managed 3.7 yards a carry against the Giants defense. So, I mean, you have Saquon Barkley. Like, what are we doing here?
They probably averaged that on the tush push. They did every play.
I mean, they did. It wasn't last game the one where they ran it 4 times in a row.
They did.
Like
6 yards out. 5.
It was like 4 or 5 yards.
How
out.
bullshit is that?
But then they went away with it, and then we saw the Giants whoop their ass. Chris, you mentioned Minnesota's defense. This Brian Flores defense is nasty. They're going to be blitzing. They're going to be sending guys all over the place. They're a top 6 or 7 defense. Scoring defense is crazy. They get to the QB. I don't know if Lane Johnson's playing. I know he got banged up. This is going to be a dangerous game for Nick Sirianni, like Luke said. If this offense can't get going, if Saquon can't be the guy he's supposed to be, Christian, once again, you called it. Red flags all over the place. If A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith can't get involved, it's just Dallas Goedert. It feels like it's just Dallas Goedert and a little bit of Saquon in the passing game. Nick Sirianni, I know he's not going to get fired, but it's going to be a long season. If you can't beat this offense, because this defense isn't that good this year. This defense is pretty bad. It's going to be a long road, and I think this is a must-win game for the Philadelphia Eagles. And that's why they're in win now for the season, it feels like. And they cover this game easily with 2 points. But this is not a confident pick. I almost picked the Purple People Eaters here. I was very close to joining Jake on that side.
Yeah, I thought about it. I just don't trust either quarterback they have. I haven't seen enough of JJ and I know what Carson Wentz is.
And that's
I think
what it came
JJ
down.
starts this game.
First time practicing was this week since his injury.
I think he starts this week.
I hope so.
Well, watch out for Jalen Carter. If you can't do what Dak did, get him a spit on you, get him kicked out of the game, and then you don't have to worry about that. Jordan Mason's playing good football. Maybe that takes the pressure off the QBs, but
he's back this week too, right? Well, he was hurt a little bit, wasn't he?
I think Mason's back. I think Aaron Jones is still hurt for another week or two. I just don't trust the QB, and that's what it came down to, Luke. I agree with you. It's fly, Philly, fly this week.
I don't trust Hurts either.
I don't
trust either.
I trust Hurts slightly more than Carson Wentz.
That's where it comes down to. I trust Hurts more than those two combined, probably. Luke, the game you might go to, the Tennessee Titans hosting Mike Vrabel in his return with the New England Patriots. Patriots are flying high, 4-2, and they are 6.5-point favorites in Nashville.
Yeah, no head coach for the Titans anymore. I think they're just dumpster fire. They're in lose now mode and lose for the rest of the season. Get a good draft pick, and the Patriots look good. Drake May's turned out to be a good quarterback, and now he's got a good OC that knows how to figure out a pocket passing quarterback, and he can run better than most people think. So I mean, and defense is playing pretty well for the Patriots. They're getting it figured out.
The only concern with the Patriots, Chris, you know it. You have them on your dynasty team. Is when are they going to start playing Henderson a lot more and put more on his plate? Outside that, Luke, you nailed it. Drake May in his second year. He looks like the best quarterback in that draft class last year. He's looking better in the sophomore season than the rest of them. He is athletic. The receiver problem, well, that's always a different week, it feels like, with these receivers. Maybe they make a big splash for the trade deadline, but you have Butte, you have Diggs, Hunter Henry's off and on good. I mean, you have guys out there that are making plays, and Drake May is an MVP candidate as well. 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. You know, it's a pretty good year. He's 5th in passing yards. He's up there. He's playing good football. He's carrying this offense. The defense got Gonzalez back for the last few weeks. The defense is good. And Mike Vrabel will come back in town. He's not letting the Patriots lose this game.
Yeah, I mean, you already hit the offense. May's doing good. Offense putting up 25 points a game. And the Titans they look terrible. 1-5 right now. Dead last in total offense. The run defense is bad. Their offense can't keep up. I think Pat's easily won this one. Cam Ward looks. I don't want to put an early label on him because you put an early label on Caleb Williams because he looked terrible too his first year. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first overall pick. You get your coach fired, then you figure it out the next year.
Well, the thing about coach being fired too is a lot of times they play hard that first game in terms head coach's debut or whatever. So that is a sneaky thing. I just don't think it happens. I think the Titans are just that bad.
Hopefully he doesn't yell at any of the Tennessee players.
Well, he's an offensive coordinator. I think he's allowed, or senior offensive, like whatever guy. He's allowed to.
He's an interim head coach. He should not be yelling.
By the way, this guy they had is Mike McCoy. He was not a good offensive coordinator in his heyday. So good choice for an interim head coach. Guys, let's go to the 4:00 windows games, and let's talk the Denver Broncos and the New York Giants. And it is a game that I personally believe will be a sloppy, exciting game. When I say sloppy is these two defenses are going to ball out. The Broncos are 7.5-point favorites.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a low-scoring game. I like the new vibe the Giants have going on with the two exciting whites on offense. Scatterboo and Dart, those guys. I mean, I think the whole mood has shifted in New York, even after losing Neighbors. I mean, we've seen the rumors of the Giants looking at potentially trading for a good wide receiver. So I mean, they're still fighting. It's like they're not done. And I think their defense is sneaky good. A great defensive line, which can keep them in the game. If they can hunt Bo Nix down, this will be a low-scoring game, and Giants keep it close, but I don't think they get it.
I mean, we're going to see, I think, both QBs running for their lives. I mean, Ryan Burns is one of the top sack artists in the league. You have the Denver Broncos, who are on a record pace to break the team sack lead for the year or for the whole year. They have 30 already through 6 games, so they're literally averaging 5 sacks a game as a team. So Dart might be running all over the place, and both QBs are athletic. Bo and Dart can run the ball, so you might be seeing a lot of throws on the run, a lot of scrambling, a lot of this, a lot of that. J.K. Dobbins and Scotty are both playing good football. Both running backs are playing good. I think this is going to be an exciting, like 20-16, 17-13 style game. And because it's in Denver, because it's in Mile High, I'm going to favor the Broncos here. I'm going to say this might be one of my favorite games to watch this week. I really think it's going to be that fun to watch, even though it's going to be, I think, defensively more of that side.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't pick them, but I think this definitely is the upset of the week right here. The Giants are playing really good. They look like a functioning unit against the Eagles, and Denver looks absolutely terrible.
They play their competition.
I mean, they've had one good game, and that was against the Bengals. Or Browning threw what? Fucking Jamar had what? 3 tackles.
It's just
he had more tackles than receptions, or he was like the leading tackler on
of the team. Yeah, so I mean,
team leading tackler.
The Bo Nix just looks, I don't know what's wrong, sophomore slump, whatever you want to call it. He looks bad. But the defense is playing good, sneakily. I think top 10 defense right now.
They are not in
top 10.
Not in yards, but
15 points a game, and leads in sacks and pressure rates.
They are number 2 in yards, just by like literally not even a full yard. So they're number 2 in yards.
Yeah, and then leads in sacks and pressure rates. So I mean, they're sending a lot of pressure. Dart's gonna be running for his life.
Yeah, they are. The Broncos is weird because they show these flashes, but they're just not. They can't sustain it, and it's very odd. Like they'll have these moments where they're like, okay, they're back. We think they're going to be good, and then they go back to just looking like crap, and I just don't get it. I just don't get it at all. Doc is picking the Broncos to cover. That's very bold. Maybe he sees something that we don't. Let's go to a game in Los Angeles, California. The Indianapolis Colts 5-1. The Chargers 4-2. The Chargers are 1.5 point favorites at home.
Wow. I thought there'd be more people on the Chargers for this one.
I thought you were going to be on the Chargers, to be honest.
I thought about it, but the Chargers are down both tackles. They're down two of their top running backs. I don't know if not Judkins, the wide receiver.
Quentin Johnson. I think he's
is he playing?
He's questionable.
Yeah. So I mean, down their number 2 wide receiver or 3. I don't know if you want to which one you classify him as. So I mean, they're just so many pieces missing on the offensive side, and I think this Colts team they look probably one of the most complete teams in the NFL right now. So I think they can get this done.
Yeah. Daniel Jones playing good football. Jonathan Taylor's playing great football. This defense is looking really good. The Chargers, yeah, they're 4-2. I get that, but I just don't believe in the Chargers as I did the first few weeks. I get they won against the Dolphins last week and they did their job, but I just don't believe in them as a whole. I mean, Tyler Warren and Pittman playing pretty good this year. Alec Pierce and Josh Downs are always, one might be good this week, one might be the other might be the other guy. I don't know. I think this is a good test for the Colts offense. I really do believe it's a great test to see what they can do against this Chargers defense. And I just don't trust the Chargers, even with Quentin Johnson possibly back this week. I think this is a good game for the Colts to go into Los Angeles and once again have to prove themselves to the whole fucking NFL world that we are contenders. So I had the Colts upsetting the Chargers at home or on the road, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, Colts went week 4 into SoFi, lost. They're going to go in this week and win.
And they could have won that game in SoFi. That was, Mitchell didn't screw them. They could easily be 6-0.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy because I think we all had them as the top 5 pick.
Yeah, I think I had them top 3, if I'm not mistaken. I had them like 3 wins, and they've already almost got double that. Daniel
Jones effect.
He does look good, and this could be the obviously that classic. Actually, they weren't worse last year; they were 3rd place. But the old Sam Darnold, Geno Smith style, where he turns his career around. So,
hey, the secret: get your fucking owners on the sideline.
Get him on the sideline, guys. Let's keep this owner off the sideline. That's the Dallas Cowboys that are hosting the Washington Commanders. Commanders are 1.5-point favorites on the road.
Yeah, I mean, I just like this Cowboys offense better than this Commanders defense. Commanders, I don't know what's up with them. They just haven't looked great all season. I know Daniels missed a few games, but like it's bad loss last week that they should have won to the Bears. Then this Cowboys offense, like they're lighting it up. So if the Commanders can't put up 30+ points, they're not going to stay in this game.
And it looks like CeeDee Lamb might be back. It just adds another wrinkle to this team.
Which I need him to finally come back because he's fucking me in fantasy.
Wait, you have him in redraft? No,
I have him in a different league.
No, was that the league with Tim?
Yeah.
The free league that does.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at that league.
Yeah, Chris is just playing whoever's still in the lineup. But
yeah,
no,
I barely look at it.
George Pickens, he's done a great job in CeeDee Lamb's absence, but this is CeeDee Lamb's team. What George Pickens is doing is what CeeDee Lamb was doing before he got hurt. It's been what he's been doing most of his Dallas Cowboys career. So I get it. Both defenses suck. I believe in this offense a little more, like you said. Daniels, I think, is playing good since he got back from injury. But I trust the Cowboys this game, not by much, to win this game. I think Dak puts the team on his back. I think Javonte Williams has a good game. Even if CeeDee's not there, you have Ferguson, you have George Pickens. They're playing good football. And this is the game that Jerry Jones starts raving that, hey, we're back. We're fucking whatever the record's going to be. And then, hey, this is a start a trend kind of game. But for this week, the Cowboys are going to win this game. And the Commanders lose 2 in a row.
I'm just gonna pick against the team that just got gashed for 216 rushing yards alone. So I mean, I think Commanders' offense with scoring and establishing the run is going to be what makes this game go Commanders' way.
I mean, Swift did rush for 108 yards on only 14 carries. So maybe Javonte does something similar. Maybe it's a running back kind of game. I mean, maybe Merritt, maybe old Williams, they're just running through each other's throats. So, but how about them Cowboys? Come on. It's the best saying in football, isn't it?
Here we go.
Let's go to the desert, the Packers and the Cardinals. Packers are 6.5-point favorites. Luke, I respect your pick this week.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, Cardinals, I don't know what quarterback's playing, but Brissett looked good too. And so, I mean, the Cardinals are a feisty team. Somehow they always play pretty feisty. They're, Smark's favorite term is competitive losers, and I think they'll be competitive losers again this week.
I don't think the Cardinals' defense is that bad. I know they give up yards and whatnot and all that, but their defense doesn't give up a lot of points. So if the offense can just limit this damage, and quite frankly, I don't trust the Green Bay Packers. I really don't. They don't look good. I'm not confident in anything they're doing offensively. I mean, cool. I mean, you're winning games and whatnot. And I think they do win this game. I just don't think they're going to cover the spread. 6.5 is a lot to me. That's a touchdown. It's a full touchdown with extra point. Until I see a competitive or a Packers offense continue to actually sustain that offense consistently, get Jacobs more involved, get the receivers, whichever one you guys want to think is the star on the team involved, maybe I'll start picking them against the spread, but I can't. I think Brissett might be the better quarterback right now for the Cardinals, believe it or not. But I think Murray's back this week.
Yeah, I think he's back too. I don't think I saw Murray even on the injury report.
Fantasy says questionable, but I think almost everyone's questionable at this point in the year.
Yeah, everybody. Fantasy apps are bad with injuries.
I feel like Sleeper's good because they actually give you a paragraph of what's going on. ESPN doesn't do shit.
But no, I mean, yeah, like you said, I mean, Packers have played terrible every game since week 1. They had like the big hype game against Detroit, played really good, and then slowly have come down. But I think they get a touchdown win here against the Cardinals.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the Cardinals can. I think this might be a survivor pick, by the way, for the 11 guys that are still in our app. I think this could be Packers.
It's not for me.
Okay, I was going to say. Okay, you're dead. Jake accidentally used them. So, but guys, let's go to Sunday Night Football. The Atlanta Falcons flying to Santa Clara, California. Actually,
Jake said no faith.
no, that's actually Jake has no faith. I thought you said on the right name. Yeah, Falcons coming off a good win against the Bills, playing against the 49ers, who lost Fred Warner, but are possibly getting George Kittle back. It actually looks like he will be playing. Not sure the snap count. I think he'll probably play most of the game. Guys, what do we think?
Yeah, I think the Falcons
got a little. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so the Falcons are riding on a high, coming off beating the Bills on Monday night, and then they got to travel over to San Francisco for a Sunday night game.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, I think this 49er team, even though they have all those injuries, they're still playing good football. Defense is playing well. I know they lost Fred Warner, which is kind of killed them against the Bucs, but I think they get it figured out. So Bob Saleh back there. Then, CMC is going to get probably 30 touches. So,
I hope he does.
Mac Jones is playing good football. I mean, I'm not sure if he's actually playing or if he's hurt. I'm assuming he's going to play again, or Purdy's going to come back yet. No clue.
It looks like Purdy's practicing. I don't think it truly matters. I think Mac's actually playing better than Purdy has been in the couple games Purdy's played.
Yeah, I think that the travel alone is probably just Niners being the home team is why I took them.
Chris, I'll let you go.
It's just which Falcons team are we going to get? Are we going to get what they showed against the Bills, or are we going to get what they showed against Carolina a couple of weeks ago? Is the big question.
Well, speaking of Carolina, since Carolina, they're on a 2-game winning streak. Since they brought Zach Robinson down from the booth, offenses looked good.
Yep. I mean, San Fran has the rest advantage. Falcons, like Luke said, coast to coast on a short week. So,
I mean, they're technically they went from coast to coast too. They had to go back from Tampa.
Yeah, but they've had all week to rest, and you played on Monday.
Yeah, I mean,
they were home.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
They were home Sunday night,
late Sunday night, because they played at 4.
Not super late. No. They were probably home by like 10 p.m.
They loaded on a private plane and flew straight home.
I'm gonna tell you this: this game is going to be led once again by Bijan Robinson, Drake London, and Michael Penix, who's playing good football for a bust that I was told. Since Zach Robinson's been on the field, since we fired our wide receivers coach, this offense has been good. The offense was producing yards the first few games. We just weren't scoring. We're the number 2 defense on yards per game. We're the number 1 defense yards per game. We're getting to the quarterback with the young guys, with the youth we have. Jake Matthews did get banged up. Hopefully he's playing. But I am confident in this team right now. I think this is a team playing good football, and hopefully they don't break my hearts. But they're playing good. I don't know how you stop. I don't know who can stop Bijan, and Drake London is woken up. Kyle Pitts has been involved, not this last game, but I like what we're doing. And there's just too many injuries also for the Niners on defense. No Nick Bosa, no Fred Warner. That's big. That's big against the offensive line that's been pretty good, blocking the quarterback and blocking both Algier and, once again, Bijan Robinson. Because Algier could also put you on your ass too. I don't know if y'all saw it. He made that grown man look like a child when he ran in the end zone. So, yeah, me and Jake have a double or nothing bet for this game. I already have 1 Twin Peaks dinner. This could be 2 if we win. So, and he's picking the Falcons. So, yeah, I don't know why he's doing it. Succeeding a little early, that's not good juju, in my opinion, either.
No, you know how Jake is. He shits on his team until they win.
Yeah, he tried calling me out saying I wasn't confident. He literally, against the Bills, he said, "Can you guys win?" I was like, "Yeah, I think we can win." He didn't say, "Are you gonna win?" He said, "Can you win?" So I said, "Yeah, I think we can win." He's like, "The Bills suck this year." I was like, "Well," and all I said was, "You can just never count Josh Allen out." Like, that's all I said. Like, I don't know how that's not confident. I don't think you can count guys like Lamar, Josh Allen, Mahomes, guys that are great. You can't count those QBs out in any game. It's just, to me, that's the truth. I don't know more to say about it. I picked the Falcons to win. So, I mean, I was confident then against Joshy Poo. And like I said, fuck him last week. And this week, I think we fly high. Luke, let's go to your closet team, the Bucs.
Yeah. Go Bucs.
No Ekbuka. No Godwin. No Bucky Irving. probably Mike Evans back. They're on to Detroit against the 5.5-point favorite Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride. I'm riding the MVP favorite right now. Baker Mayfield's playing outstanding. Doesn't matter who's catching the football. He's playing good football, and I know Bucky Irvin's kind of big, but White's he was a starter last year. I mean, so he's very capable running back. Baker's found a way to make it work with this shitty offensive line he's got. So I mean, and I think the Lions are coming off like a heartbreak game. I think they're gonna be kind of stewing on it all week. Thinking about the loss against KC instead of focusing on the next game against the Bucs. And plus, I think the Bucs they play the Lions pretty well usually too.
They beat them last year.
Yeah,
in the regular season. It was early. I think it was like week 2, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Lions coming off a game that they feel embarrassed probably. I know it was in Kansas City and it was the AFC reigning champions. But I feel like they got punked out. And I feel like they feel like that too. I know no Brian Branch for beating the shit out of Juju. But this offense, I believe, this week is going to come out just guns blazing. I think Gibbs, Montgomery, St. Brown, Laporta, all of them, Jano, they're going to ball out this week. I think this is going to be an explosive game for the Lions. The Bucs defense, I think, is going to be in trouble this week. But I do think that the Bucs hang in there with Baker. He is the MVP, in my opinion, at the moment. They cover the spread, but I'm going to go Lions taking this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think anybody that has any player on either of these teams for fantasy is going to be in for a very good week. I think it's going to be an absolute fucking shootout. I mean, like what Mark said, I mean, they're coming off a loss, and the last time they came off a loss, they hung 51 points up. So
I think that game was personal. That game was personal, though.
It was a little personal.
That game was personal.
But I mean, in a way, it's still personal. Like the Bucs kind of punked them out last year. They just got punked up by the Chiefs. I mean, Jared Goff's hearing probably a lot of the shit saying he can't win big games. He can't win if you cause pressure. So I think this is going to be a shootout, and I just think Jared Goff gets the ball last and he does his thing, and they win this game probably by maybe a walk-off field goal.
Yeah, I have it close. I have a big shootout.
It'll be a fun game to watch, though.
It's the best of the 2 Monday night games, I'll tell you that.
I'll definitely be watching this one and just score bug watching the second.
The other one comes on fucking late, so you get like your 10 o'clock game again.
It's not an hour?
No, it's your 10 o'clock game.
Jesus Christ. Then definitely be falling asleep. I might watch a quarter.
Yeah, this game right here, Luke is alluding to it. The Texans travel into the Pacific Northwest to face the Seattle Seahawks. 3.5-point favorites for the Seahawks at home.
Yeah, no shot for the Texans. Sorry. They're traveling to the Seahawks at night. It's gonna be crazy environment. Seahawks defense is playing out of their minds. They're gonna eat fucking CJ Stroud up.
Yeah, this defense is crazy. They're LOB 2.0. They fly all over the place on that side of the ball. And hey, Sam Darnold looks pretty good this year. Jackson Jigba, he might be the best receiver this year. According to stats, according to play, he's eating. Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet, they've been pretty solid. Not last game, but most of the year they've been pretty solid. This is a good team. Seattle is, I think, a pretty good team. They're one of the better ones in the league. Texans have talent on offense. They're just not that good on blocking. Defense is special. But in Seattle with the 12th man, yeah, I'm going Seattle Seahawks here to win by at least 4 points.
Yeah, home field advantage for Seattle here. I think Sam Darnold's a superior quarterback than CJ Stroud this year. You already hit on the elite defense. I mean, they're first in points allowed right now in the league. Defense playing really good. I'm really surprised that the spread isn't
looks so
bigger.
bad.
Yeah, I wish he would have never left. McDonald, he's doing a great job. He's turning that team around.
Yeah, I don't know why this spread isn't bigger, but
yeah, I don't know either. Maybe because the Texans coming off a bye week. I maybe that's the only reason. I have no idea. But
coming off an extended rest also. They had a mini bye.
Seahawks.
Yeah, didn't they?
They played Sunday. They played Sunday against Jags in Duval. They played.
Duval.
They might have played the following Thursday. Maybe it was the following Thursday. I think it was. I don't remember, but no, guys, that right there is week 7 of the NFL season. And there are some good games, better than last week's games actually turned out to be pretty good. I know we were kind of shit on it before, but I think this week's we got some good games here to watch. I think primetime games, even the Bengals Steelers, I think is not that bad of a Thursday night game.
It'll be a fun watch. Just see 2 40-year-olds sling it.
Yeah. All right. They're both playing decent football, so it should be fun. Plus, he's the divisional game too, and I think the Bengals are wearing their little white uniforms.
Those are those uniforms are pretty clean.
The white Bengal, I think that's what they call it.
Oh, they wearing the white helmet with it too, and not the ugly orange with it. Thank God.
White helmets, I think.
I know, last.
I think they're doing I think they're doing a whiteout game.
Hey, man,
we'll see. We'll see how the fans look like. See how into it they are.
Well, whiteout games
kind of hard to be motivated without Joe Burrow out there if you're a Bengals fan.
Whiteout games don't always work. Ask James Franklin. So
can't ask him anymore.
Oh, he's got time now to answer questions.
He's got 50 mil just to chill on the couch. He's doing okay. He's doing fine.
He's going to be hired very quickly.
He will get a job somewhere. He won't be unemployed for more than probably one season. He might take 26 off. That's about it. I don't think he sits too long.
No.
But, guys, great episode. Luke, Chris, good luck to your college teams. Good luck to your NFL team, Chris.
Thank you.
I know you're chomping at the bit. Hopefully going to get Doc fired up. So
I will.
Can't wait to get my weekly reminder from Riz on Sunday morning, probably Sunday when the game starts, about the Bears, about Caleb Williams. So can't wait for that.
What about him?
Riz just doesn't like him. He thinks he's just in his eyes, not a good guy.
What was he not like about him?
What makes him not a good guy? That's weird.
I
That's
think
a weird thing to say.
I think that I think he just thinks he's weird.
Not a good guy.
Yeah, I think he just thinks he's weird. Like he's over the top. He's just trying to be something he's not, and maybe he's a fake leader. I don't know. I don't know how he's
saying he's not. He's not what Riz says he is.
So
I don't know. I don't know personally. I mean, he seems like he's playing. He's got the boys playing good. He seems like a good leader right now.
DJ Moore said he was a good leader.
I don't know, man. Maybe Riz has insiders in Chicago, even though he's from Minnesota.
So his personal actions make him weird? Do you agree with that?
Well, he's saying that he thinks in the locker room he's not a good leader. He doesn't think he's got like the command to lead like these 52 other
Why wouldn't
men.
he have that?
I don't know, man.
That's all he says?
That's all I hear from him.
Wow.
That's all I hear from him. I don't know. I don't know. It is weird.
Probably want to explain that.
Yeah, I don't ask questions.
Get him on the podcast.
No, I don't
ask him.
I might have to filter him out. I mean, you never know. He's already said he can't be on it because he says crazy things. So, yeah. But guys, great episode. We'll be back here next week for an overreaction episode of college, NFL. If there's anything college that pops off, I'm Mark Davis. That's Luke Rules, Chris Meinhardt. This is All About the Balls podcast. Have a great one. Have a good weekend.
Thank you for checking out another episode of All About the Balls podcast. We want to thank all of our listeners and supporters of the Sack House. You can listen to the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe and give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram at The Sack House.